Hi, guys and gals. This is Christopher Mosier from MyMediaHelper.com, and let me drag over this video's list of things we're going to do. And we're going to set up WordPress this time. Last time we did it manually. This time we're going to do it through the WordPress wizard, and we're going to discuss some plugins to install as well. And I'm going to touch upon a couple of these links, which we'll use at a later time. Excuse me. And we'll be using cPanel. We'll be doing settings, reading tabs, writing tabs. If you don't know what all that stuff is, I will explain it to you. And we'll add a picture and avatar if you're even interested. And here's a bunch of links we're going to discuss. And we might not necessarily need all of them, but I'd like to discuss them with you. Here's a theme that we're going to use, a very simple theme to start with. And then we can expand from that with other themes. But this is very, I don't know if you want to use the word robust, but it's very, it scales very well for tablets and laptops and desktops and your phone and everything like that. So let's get to it. Let's get this out of the way. Sorry if I'm a little froggy. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning and I've been up all night and I have to work in about 2 hours. So let's kick this out of the way, shall we? All right, guys and gals, let's go to our cPanel, okay, because that's where we're going to start. And as I mentioned last time, you're either going to, when you set up your domain name, and there are domain names you can set up down below, links down below, and set up your domain and your hosting service. And I suspect that you did that the past couple videos. And if you didn't, go back to the past couple videos, watch them, and set everything up so you can get to this point. So we're going to get into our cPanel, and you should have that link in your email once you set up your host, or you can just do a search. For instance, I did host monster cPanel search in Google, came right to this page. All right, I'm going to update that password because I did change it, and we're going to wait about 5 or 6 days until this loads up, and so just hold out with me, and yeah, we'll have a week together, just hanging out, watching this thing spin. It'll be fun. We'll really get to know each other really, really well. And this is the fast computer. Is the funny thing. You can notice I was on the fast computer if I don't have my picture down here. So if you don't see me down here, I'm on the fast computer. All right. So we are going to set up a WordPress database. And let's see, I'm going to log into WordPress. So it might be a little different with each interface depending on the host that you're dealing with. If it's different than what I'm showing here and you're not really sure how to do it, then certainly let me know. And I will do a tutorial on it. Okay, so this sent me to my main site. This is not what I want to do. So I'm going to go back. I'm looking for a WordPress wizard, and that's what I need to find here. So while I'm waiting again, or we're waiting again, you can poke around, see if you can find it. And if not, just hold out. We'll watch this thing spin for another 6-7 days, and we'll continue. And please, if you're enjoying these videos, of course, like, share, subscribe. Down below, there's affiliate links down below to a lot of services that will be helpful for you as you continue your websiting, is that a word? Websiting and marketing needs. And okay, I got to find millions of domains. I don't want that. Let's see what I want to find here. Marketplace, my sites. Maybe I want to go to cPanel. Domains, sites, WordPress. Let's go here. I'm just going to right click and just open in a new tab. All right, I never get sick of that spinning, especially at 5 o'clock in the morning with no sleep. And I'm on my first cup of coffee. That hasn't even kicked in yet. I'll just slurp in your ear. Hope you don't mind. Yeah, well, we're waiting for a month or two for this to finally load up. I mean, go get yourself a beverage, a hot beverage. It's October, the middle of October now, and the beginning of October. And yeah, it's okay. We're going to create a site. All right, so this is what I did as far as hostmonster.com is concerned, and I do apologize. I don't have all this memorized. I just trying to figure it out as I go. So WordPress, I just right-clicked and opened in a new tab. Here's all my websites. There's the one I'll be working on, but I'm going to do a fresh site just for today, just to show you how to do the wizard. So I'm going to create a new site. And again, if this is different on your interface, please let me know, and I will do a video if you can't figure it out. I'm sure it's simplistic enough for anyone to figure it out, but you know, we weren't born out of the womb with the information, so certainly hit me up on the bottom comments. So the site name is going to be I'm going to put audience test. You're my audience, and I appreciate that. And it's a test. And I don't know, site tagline, good morning audience. Woohoo! All right, let's see what this advanced stuff is. Email address. I don't need all this. I'm going to do a new login for that. So I'm going to unadvance that. I'm going to go to next. Okay, my domain is going to be mymediahelper.com. That's where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it in a subdirectory. So what it's going to do is create a brand new folder for me. So if you remember last time, I went into FTTP and created a folder on that end. Now this time I'm just going to put in a this, and it will create a folder for me. And it's going to be the same with a database. Last time we had to set up a database through cPanel, and this time it's the wizard's going to automatically do that for us. Yeah, we'll have to deal with these plugins. Not really going to use any of them. They will auto install just because they're part of the whole package deal here. But we'll hit next. And we're going to hold tight while they set up this site. This may take a few minutes to load. So what can I tell you in a few minutes? Let me have a sip of coffee. Well, I definitely want to hear your comments and suggestions down below. Yeah, anything I miss, anything really. I mean, it's your channel too, I would say, just because you're learning. We're both learning really together. And yeah, we're just going to hang out. Next video, we're going to be setting up Google Analytics, and that should be fun. And you know what? While this is doing this, we're going to do something else, and that's fine. We're going to leave this as it is. Congratulations, WordPress installed successfully. So that is the username and the password, and this is where the website's going to sit. So let's move this baby over here and get rid of this baby for now. All right. So you're not going to see anything really because it's not a live site yet. So we'll just let that load up. Oh, okay. So, oh yeah, we can only see it just because of the fact that I'm logged in. Anyone else couldn't be able to see it. And so we're going to grab this. And this is our admin panel, and I'm going to open up a new tab. Just right click, open new tab. Cut, paste, hotkeys are Control C for copy, Control V for paste. So, okay, now I don't remember if it grabbed, supposedly it grabbed this. So it's probably using my login already for cPanel. So just grab your original login that you got, and I'm just going to hit this. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Let's see, login, go back to site. Yeah, it's no big deal. So I'm just going to say lost password. Say lost password. All right, I'm just going to put in my email address. This is my home email address, or my main email address I use just for anything, and I don't care if anyone has it. Spam it away. It's not my it's not my one I use for myself. It's just like my crap email address I use for everything. All right, let's see if this baby comes. Oh, here's an email I received. It just says some plugins were automatically installed. And that's all fine and good because I am probably going to get rid of a lot of them. All right, I'm just going to reset the password here. So that is my username. I could care less if you know that. It's just the password I don't want you to know. So we're going to reset the password, and this is fine. I'm going to change it as soon as I create this video. I'm going to probably delete all this once I create this video, so it's fine. So I'm just going to cut, and I'm just going to put it on one of these notepads just so I have it. So as I mentioned before, I use an Excel spreadsheet for my passwords, all my passwords and my logins and the websites I go to. There is a template down below in the description again. Feel free to download that. It's free. It's nothing spectacular. It's just an Excel document, but it'll help you organize a little better. All right, so we're just going to do that. I'll update the password, and I'll just log in over here. I'll get rid of this. It's fine. And my browser has saved it because I allowed it to, and then I'm going to have it remember me, and then I'm going to log in, baby. All right, I'm going to have a sip of coffee while we're doing this, and son of a gun. Let me grab this. Boom. Sorry that I'm slurping in your ear. Okay, so before, when we manually did it, what we saw in the plugins was, and you can go through this if you want, but I'm just going to close it out. Oh, dismiss, sorry. Let me show you what the plugins look like this time. Last time it was just bare. This time it's going to have a bunch of them. And there they all are, and I'm not really going to use any of those. You know what? Let's put a kibosh on them right now. I wanted to show you this last time, but I forgot it wasn't active, so I couldn't show you. I was looking all around for it last video, and I just wanted to show you. It's kind of dumb. One of our old favorite songs from way back. So that's all this plugin does is it's Hello Dolly. Hello Dolly, yes hello Dolly. Da, 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 da. I don't know the lyrics, but that's the melody. Okay, anyways, I know a lot of stuff about nothing. All right, so I'm going to deactivate this baby. Jetpack, it's up to you. I absolutely cannot stand it. I do not use it on any of my sites. I tried to use it once upon a time. It lags the heck out of my site. And I always find that I have to go back and sign back into it. And it's a big pain in my rumpus. So create mail by custom contact. I'm going to deactivate all this stuff. You can grab them all. There's another trick too. If you don't know how to do it, you can either do one by one, just deactivating, or just hit this right here. We'll highlight them all. We're going to deactivate all those suckers. Just hit apply. And look at that. They're all deactivated, and I'm just going to delete them all. Apply. Boom, boom, bam, bam, shabam, boom, ba-bum. All right, so I'm going to leave... I think I'm just going to leave Discus and Gravatar to the end, because it doesn't really... yeah, I'm going to leave those to the end. So what we're going to do is talk about plugins. And we're going to install the plugins today. And but the first thing we're going to do is, so we got the cPanel out of the way. We created our WordPress. Let's go to Settings. And we're going to go to General. And then you can change your title. You can change the tagline anytime you need to. Keep this. Don't change this. It's going to screw up your config file. You can change it if you need to. Just don't do it here. Here it says right here, enter addresses here if you want your site homepage to be different from your WordPress installation directory. Don't touch this. Don't touch either of these. You can change that if you want. It's not a big deal. Anyone can register. It's not really going to be a registered site, so I don't care. I'm going to do email separately for opting in, and all this other crap is fine. You can change all this crap if you want. This is the way I keep it. Week starts on Monday. Cache level, normal level 2. That's all fine. Save. If you made any changes, save it. Okay, let's go to writing. Okay, so here, your default category. So I'm going to make a category now just to show you how to do that. And let's go to pages, posts, categories. Pages have posts. Let me just go down here real quick. I haven't installed WordPress in a long time either. Jeez. Except for the last video. So, okay, not a biggie. Let's go to categories. Now, what I normally do is, you see how this is uncategorized? I just edit. I use the existing one because I'm not going to have anything that's uncategorized. So I'm just going to say for my category is going to be test audience. And if you're selling products, like say different sporting goods, maybe you can say balls, mitts, bats. Those could be your different categories, but that's down the road. Don't worry about that right now. The slug is going to be test. So that's just what will come up in the URL. It says right here, the slug is the URL-friendly version of the name. It is usually all lowercase and contains only letters, numbers, and hyphens, which is that hyphen. And parent category, none. Description, if you want to, you really don't need to. This category is for test audience. It's not really necessary. And I'm going to update. Oh, excuse me, a little 5 o'clock gas for you. Okay, I'm going to update. Oh, back to categories, sorry. All right, and then, yeah, there you go. And then if you go back to writing, there you go. The categories test audience. If you had more than one category, obviously you would just pick the one that you wanted. Default format, just do standard. All right, just do standard for now. Mail server keep for now. This keep for now. This keep for now. This keep for now. Okay, that's all fine. Leave alone. Leave alone. No touch. No touch it. Okay. Says save changes. Okay, so reading. Now this really depends on your theme. So we're going to leave it at latest posts right now, but I want to show you something. We're going to go to pages, and I'm going to go to, we'll go to all pages. All right, so there's stuff there right now. So I'm just going to go back to reading. And I'm going to do static page. I'm going to leave it at the latest, your latest post, but I just want to show you. So if you want your home page to be something else, you just choose it. Your post page, which will be your blog, you can choose that as well. You might make a page like blog. Let's see, add new. Watch this. Oh yeah. Ew. We're going to change this too. So this is what WordPress has put in as far as their editor. Absolutely do not like it whatsoever. If you want to fart around with it and play with it, more power to you. It only slows me down. Doesn't do me any good. And that's one of the plugins that I'm going to put in here. But for now, I'm just going to put blog, publish, just to show you. And then, all right, I want to get back to, oh, this is so clunky. I don't even like that. All right, so go to reading and then go back to static. So you can choose your home page as either blog, or you'll make another page, your post page, blog. So that's other themes you're going to need to do that. Or if you make a decision on your theme and how you want to present it, you have to do that. This is self-explanatory. Blog pages shown at most, so 10 posts per page. Syndicated feeds show the most, so just leave them at 10 right now. That's plenty. You can always change them later. For each post in a feed, just keep it at full text for now. All right, and search engine visibility discouraged, and we don't want to do that. We do not want to discourage search engines from indexing the site, so just leave that alone. Okay, so save changes. Discussion we don't really have to deal with right now. I'll just show it to you. Don't worry about this page right now. Okay. Media, we don't really have to worry about that right now. That's just showing you can set your thumbnail size, your medium size, and your large size. Leave it at default, it's fine. Okay, permalinks, this is one I actually have to add to my list, my instructions, because I forgot about permalinks. And this is what I want you to do for permalinks. You can do anything you want, you know, for SEO. Do post name. And that's where I would leave it. Or you can do a custom structure. So for instance, you can do category and then post name. It's up to you. I mean, that's probably the only two that I would concentrate on. And I'm actually going to leave it that way. But usually I just use post name. That's fine. And don't worry about this stuff right here, okay? This is the only thing you have to concentrate on. Either put post name or custom structure, and then just choose both of these or just post name, okay? So save changes. All right, gonna have a sip of coffee, and we're gonna get into plugins. And so what you need to do is, it's pretty easy. So once upon a time, like the last video, you used to have to do this via FTP. You'd have to actually do search for the plugin, go to the plugin site or go to the WordPress site to download it. Many moons ago, they started to let you do it right through the application, the WordPress application. So it makes things a lot easier. I'm going to put in, first one I want to put in, and you don't really need to do this if you don't want to. And I've never used this one before, but basically what this is just to put in an avatar of your of what you want your avatar to be. I was going to put my pretty face in there. Okay, I'm going to activate. And we can go to settings. And I'm going to choose an image. I'm going to select a file. And there's my pretty face. Look how handsome I am. Oh, that's a wrong file name. Sorry. Grab this one. And I'm just going to select. There I am. Save. All right. And then ideally, if I come here, it's going to be my little pretty face. There I am. Look at that. Very simple tool. Very simple plugin. Very easy to use. And let's go back to plugins. So you don't really have to do that one. I just wanted to do it. Okay. Go back to installed plugins. And geez, guys, sorry I'm not my peppy self. Kind of dragging here. But let's go to add new plugin. Okay, the next one is pretty cool. Pretty snapping cool. And what's cool about this is if you have other SEO programs, this is going to incorporate the information into it. Oh, no, it's not this one. It's rank math I'm talking about. No, this one is to block spam and stuff like that. Sorry, wrong one. So this is WordFence. Put in WordFence as your search. Here it is for this baby right here. So make sure you hit install. And we're going to activate. And come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let the good times roll. All right. So I am just going to put in my junk mail email address. And would you like to join our WordPress security mailing list to receive WordPress security alerts and WordFence news? If you want that, just hit yes. I've already done that on another site, so I'll be getting those anyways. By checking this box, I agree to WordFence terms and privacy policy. All right, pretty simple. Continue. So enter premium license key. So that is if you're going to upgrade to premium. And I possibly may have an affiliate link down there if you want to upgrade. I would appreciate if it's down there to use it, because as always, it does help the channel. And that's pretty much it. You can view details, see what it's about. All right, and then there should be a place where you can go and look to see what's you can read all this stuff if you want. This is your dashboard. The WordFence dashboard provides valuable insights into current stats of your site security. You'll find useful data summarized here, as well as important status updates and notifications. We'll hit next. So easily monitor your WordFence protection. All right, so each feature contains a status that reminds you what's enabled, disabled, or needs attention. The notification section will highlight actions you need to take. All right, fair enough. Let's go next. And where are we at here? Okay, global options. You'll find this icon throughout the plugin. Clicking it will show you the options and features for each section of WordFence. From the dashboard, you can find the global options for WordFence, such as alerts, automatic updates, and managing your site's premium license. Okay, got it. And that's it. Okay, so I'm currently learning what kind of crap is coming in. See what managed scan is. Okay, so do limited scan. I'm going to just keep it on standard. So it's self-explanatory. Do a high sensitive, do a custom scan. Play around with the options if you want. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to leave everything as default and let it do its thing. All right, going to go back to plugins. Yeah, let's see what here. Let's get rid of this. Do you want WordPress to stay up to date automatically? So instead of having to go in and update your this particular plugin, I'm just going to let it do its thing. What's this thing? To make your site secure as possible, take a moment to optimize the WordPress optimizer. Click here to configure. Okay, let's click here to configure. And let's see, make your site secure as possible. The WordPress web application firewall is designed to run via a PHP setting called auto_prepend_file, which ensures it runs before any potential vulnerable code runs. This PHP setting is currently in use and is including this file, which is fine. I'm not going to overwrite it. I'm going to include it. I can do this. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, nice. Firewall is now optimized. All right, sorry about that. Just wanted to play around there for a minute. I'll probably cut that out anyways. Brute force protection, 100%. Yay. Okay, let's go back to plugins. We'll add new. Look, we got 2 down. All right, let me go back to, I can get rid of all this crap. Okay, the next one is going to be Imageify, and this is really up to you guys. I'm leaving this up to you. Do you need it? I couldn't help. I mean, it couldn't hurt. It could help. It couldn't hurt. It's to optimize your images. So Again, do a search for Imageify, activate. And I'm going to show you how it's sign up for free. Don't have an Imageify account yet? Optimize your images by creating an account in a few moments. Sign up, it's free. Let's get started. Enter your email. Oh, enter your email address. So I already entered mine. Another website. I'm gonna enter it again. Sorry guys, I'm really sluggish. Okay, your account has been successfully created. Please check your mailbox and you're going to receive an email with an IPA key. So let's go there. And I know you're thrilled with excitement. I'm gonna get rid of this baby. And here we are. Congratulations on creating your new Imageify account. Confirm right here. And it says password you set. Here's your API key. If you want to grab that, you're going to need it. All right, and then so you're going to click on this link. It's going to open up this baby. It should say, oh, select a password. So I'm just going to put, what do I usually put? What's that, Chris? Your business audience. All right, I'm going to set your password. Okay, you can update it there. So please confirm your account. You'll have to confirm your account before accessing the key. So I thought I already did just by doing this. And so you can either upload an image and optimize it, or I'm going to show you what happens with my website. So I'm going to put in https://www.mymediahelper.com. Okay, I'm going to launch Optimizer, and it's going to do its thing. So basically, it's going to go through all the images of my website, and it's just going to basically shrink them, compress them as best as it can, and then you can just use those images compressed, and it will speed up the load time of your site. And it does work. There's really too many that I would have to do right now. I'm not too worried about it. My site loads pretty quick, but look at that. Let's just look at these. Some of these. Look at that. 17 to 5 KB. I mean KB. I'm not worried about KB whatsoever. But if you have a lot of images on your site, then it can be helpful. So that's something you can use. And once this whole confirmation crap is out of the way, I can add that API. But right now I'm not too worried about it. And let's go to the next thing. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. And I don't need this anymore. I'll keep that there. And I'll get rid of this. Okay, let's go back to plugins, all new, add new. Our next one is going to be rank math. So this is going to be your SEO. This is very cool. So definitely download this one. And this is the one I was talking about. If you had like all-in-one SEO pack or another type of SEO already installed, this would take information from it. I did it on my other website. It was very cool how it worked. So I'm going to install. Okay, I'm going to activate. It's going to come up with a little wizard here. Okay, connect your account. All right, and you are about to activate rank math on this site. Okay. And Then you can do easy, advanced, or if you want to pay for the pro, you can do that. I'm just going to use advanced. I mean, for now, I'm small enough. You guys are probably small enough. We don't really need to be purchasing anything. So mine's really other business website. I'm going to put small business site because that's actually what it is. Business type. Just going to put information technology. Oops. Technology. Oh, it doesn't let you do that. It's got to be one of these. Well, fine. Be that way. Website. I'm just going to put website. Excuse me. Company name. I'm going to leave it as audience test. Of course, put your company name in there. Logo for Google. So you can go to your uploaded files. I just have that one. So just put in your logo there. Default social share image. Yeah, I'm just going to put my ugly mug in there again. No, I'm just going to save and continue. Okay, Google Search Console. Verify your site on Google Search Console and connect it here to see crawl error notifications, keyword statistics, and other important information right in your WordPress dashboard. And get authorization code. And I'm going to log in as myself through Google. And I'm going to allow it. There's my authorization code for Google. I'm going to put it right here. And Search Console profile. Oh, I see. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to go next. And then I'm just going to leave this alone. All right, SEO tweaks. I'm going to leave this alone. Optimize your post. Let's see what this is. Oh, just to kind of gives you explanation. Okay. Yeah. Turn to dashboard. I'm all set. I don't need to do any advanced options right now. You guys can play around with that if you want. You don't need to. And here's the dashboard. So then you have to start filling this stuff out. And I'm not going to do it today. I am going to do it soon because I'm not going to use this website to do it. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty cool. And social media, just put in your social media links. Homepage, so your metadata. We're going to get into all this. I'm going to just do a separate video on this, but I'm going to do analytics first before I get into this stuff because I want to do it together. So just poke around and we will get to it. Probably the next video actually, because I'm doing analytics the next video. All right, folks. Our next plugin is going to be Pretty Links. And this can be useful, especially if you're marketing. It's pretty cool. Just for instance, I'm just using this as an example. I don't know. We just grab, I don't know. I don't really know what to grab, to tell you the truth. Let me grab this. Okay, we're going to activate. So it's basically, it's pretty simplistic. So it's creating a different link for a post that you've done. So if you want something that someone cannot read, you don't want to know, you don't want that person to know what that is. This is perfect. And where'd you go? 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 I'm gonna go back into plugins. Install plugins. Pretty links. All right, they should be around here someplace then, because it is active. There it is right here. Sorry. So pretty links. You want to add a new pretty link? All right, let's add a new one. All right, and then you can just pretty link title can be test. Target URL is this. The URL you want it to read. Just put whatever you want in there. And then you want to update. So when you go to that URL, we'll copy it right here. It should open up to that crazy cPanel page. All right, so very, very useful. You will be using that. So make sure you download that and add that to your plugins. And let's add a new plugin, shall we? All right, this makes me happy. What they did here. I showed you that editor several minutes ago. I'm going to show you again real quick here. I don't know why they did this. I don't think anyone is overly happy with it. And thankfully someone made this other plugin. So this is how it is now, how you make your blog posts. It's just clunky. I don't like it. It's a pain in the butt. If you want to learn how to use it, fine. I know how to use it. I just don't like it. All right. This is what I like because it's clean and it's easy to use. So let's go to plugins. Let's add new. And we're going to we're going to put in classic editor. Check out this magic. This makes me happy at 6 o'clock in the morning. Going to activate. Sorry, I keep sipping coffee in your ear. And look at this. Look at this goodness. Look at how happy this makes me on a Thursday morning. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I got to get into it, don't I? Okay. Okay. So this is how it originally was. It's what makes it beautiful. And it's awesome. Let me add a new page. Look at this. It just makes me giddy with excitement. That's all. All right. And then you can just do your thing there. And I'm going to teach you a little HTML. Don't worry about the text right now. Just deal with the visual. All right. And we're going to be writing articles and posting them, so don't worry about that mess, So just put that in there, and we'll be learning more about that. Trust me. If you don't know about it, then you will. All right, so there's contact form number 7. You can download that if you want. I'm going to just add it. Am I going to use it? It used to be a very popular contact form. I'm going to have you download it. Or install it, I should say. Okay, here it is right here. Discus comment system. All right, let's do a search for that. Discus comment system. Okay, so I'm going to hit that. And so it is in the, I'm back at the audience test website. So it is in the, they're not always here. And actually, I should have showed you how to do that. What I wanted to show you initially. Let's activate this. And then there's Discus recent comments widget. So let's do a search for that, because I just want to show you. this is in StackFlow. Use the comments widget. All right, let's go here. Oh, that's just like a help page. We don't need that. We know what we're doing, right? All right, I just want to do this kind of quick, so I'm not gonna worry about it with this plugin. Let's go back to dashboard, and let's put in discuss recent comments widget. And I'm just going to put in discuss. All right, where's this bad boy? I'll just go recent or download, not recent. Download, comment widget for distance. Oh, it might be right here. Just download. So we're either going to down that one, or I think I saw the WordPress page for it. We can go back. No, that's fine. So go here, because I wanted to show you anyways. Download plugin. It's going to download a zip file. It should download a zip file. It's not downloading a zip file. Come on, baby. Here we go. All right, so it's going to download there. So here's another way to upload your plugins or get your plugins. So instead of uploading, so you want to add, upload. So you want to hit upload plugin. Okay. You want to hit choose a file. And you want to hit downloads. And there it is. And you want to install now. So it's just another way you can grab it off the web and it's installing now, and then you can just upload them instead of doing the search. Either way, activate plugin. And that's just going to be a widget. We haven't used widgets yet, so don't concern yourself with it. All right, so I just, if you want to get it, perfect. If you don't want to deal with comments, fine. If you just want to use the WordPress comments, fine. So I want to add a new plugin. And this is the mentor. And this I'm just going to have you download for now. This is a website builder. I'm going to have you install it, but I'm not going to have you activate it. I just want it in your tools. All right. And we're going to touch upon that in a separate video coming up at some point. So just leave it inactive. All right, the next one I want you to get is Google Analytics Dashboard. This is where we're going to link analytics to your information from your analytics. And what do I keep doing? Add new. All right. I know there's a lot of plugins. And I'm going to explain all these. These all are going to come into play. They are going to make all sense. Not going to slow down your sites. There's certain plugins that do, but don't worry about these ones. Okay, Google Analytics Dashboard. So we're going to install that. And we're going to activate. not going to touch that right now. And we're getting there, babies. Okay. And we're not going to do the launch wizard right now. We'll do that later. We're going to set up analytics before we do that. So we're going to add new. We're getting there. We only got like 3 left. All right. And then go to add. Do a search. Look at that. You're going to get the search down easy. All right. So get response forms. I'm going to do a whole video on get response. I'll do a whole training on get response to get you going on that. It's one of the few tools that I'm actually going to encourage you to purchase on a monthly basis. It's $16. And a lot of marketers will try to push other products on you because they're all affiliates. And of course, they all want that cut of the pie. So they'll push as many products on you as possible. I have affiliates down below. If you're going to use those tools, I just thank you if you go ahead and use those links. I'm not going to tell you you need to use those tools. They're just very helpful. They're down there for help. This one, get response, is going to be one that I actually want you to get on a monthly basis. That's going to be for your mailing list. It's very inexpensive and it's very good. Okay. All right, so this one you might not need. This is optional. This is Next Gen Gallery. If you want to create a nice gallery, say maybe you're selling photography, or you just want to show your photography or samples of your work or stuff like that. It's very cool. We're going to download that. And so there we go. And get that. And we're going to activate it. And it'll just be sitting in the background. Okay, the next one is pretty important. And go ahead, new. Okay. Search for official Facebook pixel. If you don't know what pixels are, we are going to get into that. Very useful for marketing. So let's install that. And we can activate that. It's not going to be doing anything right now, but we can activate it. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, there's one more plugin I want you to get. And that's going to be really Simple Ssl. So this is going to be for security. So a lot of websites, you're going to see HTTP. Those are unsecure websites now. That's not the correct protocol anymore. HTTPS is. So we're going to install. We're going to activate. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and activate SSL. Excuse me. Get rid of this. Okay, connect to match setup. Okay, we can get rid of some of this stuff here. Get rid of that. We're not going to worry about this right now. Take time to review these things. Don't forget to change it. Okay, it's activated. And so instead of HTTP, you're going to have HTTPS. And I think if you refresh, it's going to have you log in again because you changed the address. Oh, no. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, it's done it before. So no worries. And here are the settings. Don't worry about any of this stuff. Just take a look through. You're fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so that's just going to secure your site. It's going to add a security layer to the website. And then we're going to go to themes. All right, so go to appearance, go to themes. Okay, so these are all the WordPress themes that it comes with. Fine themes. There's really nothing wrong with them. They're all right. I wouldn't use them for marketing. You can use them for a simple blog if you want. And I'm going to do a search for scheme theme. Not sure if it's in here or if we have to download it. Let's see, I want to add new theme. And we can download it if we need to, that's fine. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see if it's in the download section here. Oh, geez. Oh, my Lord. Okay. So, the schema theme. All right, so you can install that. All right, you can just activate it. See, it says right here, content marketing and SEO done right. It's a very simple, clean theme. A lot of marketers use it. Great theme to begin with. You can graduate from there. We'll go over other themes as we progress. Okay, I got a lot of great themes I can go over with you guys. Some e-commerce, a couple of those themes. That's awesome. Diva, yeah, I'm sure you've heard of that. We can go over that too. So here you go. Here's the sites. Here's all your plugins that are installed. And this is where we're going to leave it right now, okay? This is going to be almost the end of this video. I'm just going to show you a couple other things before I go. All right, so we set up your WordPress through the wizard. We added your plugins that we're going to utilize, most of them anyways. Some are optional. We put in your theme. And there's two other things that I just want to touch upon. We're going to set up your Discus or Dickus or Dickwis or Bisquick or whatever the heck it's called here. And so there'll be the link below, or you can just do a Google search, disqus.com. All right, get started. It's free. I want to comment on sites. I want to this is on my site. So you can just do this. I want to comment on sites. All right. I have mine set up already. It's just like signing up for anything else. You can see I'm already signed up. It's already logging into mine already. Yeah, just put in your information. I mean, all the movie sites I go to, news sites, you name it, they have this, and you can comment, and you can keep all your comments in one dashboard. If you've never heard of it, it's pretty cool. I'm sure you've seen it on other websites. So one other thing I want to show you. If you're interested, you don't really need to do it, but I just want you to be aware that it's out there. I will put the link down below, of course. That's Gravatar, gravatar.com. You can create your own Gravatar. They can carry around with you like old luggage. And then it will link up to any WordPress site that you want to. So just do that. Just what you're going to do is sign up. You're going to verify your email. You're going to load your picture, and then it's going to match up to your WordPress sites. Or you can just leave how we did in the beginning. Remember what we did in the beginning? So go to all users. It's basically the same exact thing. All right, it's just going to produce that. And it's going to follow you along like luggage. I would just do this. It's easier. I used to have to do it this way, but I just wanted you to know that it's available and it's out there and you can play around with it. It's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to get too much into it. And I'm going to bring my list back over here. And this is everything we went through today. And okay, so next video, we will be setting up Google Analytics, and we will be using a couple of those WordPress plugins with that. And I think if we have time, we'll get into pixels and just basic SEO to start with, tracking tracking your website. So once you start putting content on there, you can see what's working for you and what's not. Okay, guys and gals, I thank you very much as always. It is 7:30 in the morning, and in about a half an hour, I have to do my real job, at least for now. Hopefully someday I can do this all day. That would be awesome. I hope all this was very educational for you, useful for you. Any comments below, I would appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate it. Any links you need below, affiliate links, any of those services you need, I hope you remember the website and link on them when it comes time to use them. And that's all, guys and gals. I thank you very much. I appreciate you very much. And y'all have a good day. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye-bye.